Hi Cancer, and welcome to your reading. Okay, what does Cancer need to let it fall or put it back in the deck? Wait, let it fly or back in the deck? Put it back. Okay. What does Cancer need to know? What else does Cancer need to... Apparently something very important, because I can't even finish the question. This I let fly, okay. Alright, one moment, Cancer, because you already know I don't like to keep cards before they're placed. And some of them were flipped over when I picked them up. Alright, now let's see. Main or side? Not something you need to know. Okay. This is part of the main message where... Wait. Okay. Not it. Where'd it go? Experiment. No. Side. Main or side? Side. Not it. Wait, main or side? Not something you need to know. Wait. Present moment. And this one? Not something you need to know. This is last and final option. Alright, are there any other side messages? Are there any other... Just one. Which one? Not it. No. This one? Not something you need to... What about this? You're done. Okay. Now, these down here are your side messages, Cancer, but we're not going to get into that until after the main spread. Let's see, you have 10 of air, 2 of air, masculine, feminine, the mother, 7 of air, king of fire, 7 of fire, and 7 of earth. I don't know, Cancer. I just see a lot of planning and action for you. Now, for the current energy you're moving in, you have the 10 of air. Yeah, this is honestly a good way to be as far as you're concerned. You have your back towards the naysayers. You don't give a fuck about anybody else's opinion. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't affect you. if you have people bad mouthing you, being overly judgmental or critical, I'm hearing you don't give a crap. It's like you're not getting stuck on any one person's perspective of you, because at the end of the day, you're going through a glow up. You're going through your own new transformation, expanding to higher heights. If you're someone who is constantly repetitive thinking or obsessive thinking, that might be ending for you. If it's not something you need to focus on, you're not going to focus on it. Yeah, I'm hearing the saying, where attention goes, energy flows. You're taking that and putting it into practice. You're directing your mind only in the direction you want it to be at. Say, for example, if there's something you work on, whether a side project, your job, entrepreneurship, your primary focus is there. You're not deviating to a side path because someone's saying something or someone's doing something to draw your attention. Yeah, you're gonna stay in your lane and leave that person where they're at. Anyway, in regards to the energy in your environment, you have the Two of Air. I'm hearing there's two sides to every story. Not everything's black and white. This isn't necessarily your way of thinking, but somebody in your environment. You may be seeing things as in black and white. You're right, I'm wrong. You say it's up, I'm saying it's down. You go left, I go right, but there's someone in your environment that's calling it into question and exploring the areas of gray. It's like they're trying to get you to get off the path of right and wrong, black and white, and explore the areas of gray. Or at least see a different side of what you perceive to be right. Yeah, with there being two sides to every story here, not everything's as simple as you make it seem. Sometimes more of a complex situation than you're presenting. So yeah, someone in your environment, either someone or something, is causing you to explore the areas of gray. Now, being the Ten of Air as the current energy you're moving in, you're not trying to deviate from what you're focusing on. Yeah, because you're not trying to have it. Either you don't care or you're not. Yeah, like I said, you're focused on what it is you're doing. You're not trying to focus on the area of gray. I said what I said, I'll leave it at that. Now, Cancer, male or female, for you, usually this card comes up as a strength, but for you, Cancer, it's coming up as a weakness. Again, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter, but you're sitting more in your masculine energy than your feminine. Now, we all carry masculine and feminine energies. Some guys do over here carry more feminine energy than masculine energy, whereas some females, they move more masculine energy than feminine energy. It just is. It's something that happens sometimes. And then there's those that are equally balanced between masculine and feminine. But you, Cancer, you're more on the masculine side. You're being assertive, direct, taking charge, leadership kind of energy, but at the same time, it's not an unhealthy version. It's just that you're not fairly balancing it out. You're the speaker, but not necessarily a listener. You're a doer, but not necessarily slows down to analyze, observe the effects that it has on others. You want to resolve a situation, but you don't take the time to consider the emotional impact. And it's showing up as a weakness because you're on the masculine side to the point where it's drowning out your feminine energy, and you're not. At this point in time, I don't know what's going on with you, Cancer. Only you know your business. But you may need a softer touch for whatever it is you're going through. You may need to tap into your feminine energy, which could explain why it's a weakness at this time for you being so much in your masculine energy. For whatever it is you're dealing with or going through, you need to tap back into your feminine energy in order to either get things done or resolve a situation. And as far as the present moment, you have the Mother. Now for you, Cancer, I'm getting both the negative and the negative and positive aspect of this card for two different reasons. The positive aspect, as far as whatever it is you're focusing on, whatever it is you're directing your attention, you are bringing it to life. It's like you're doing an amazing job of nurturing your idea, nurturing your potential. Like you planted the seed, you're watering it, you're making sure it has enough sunlight, fertilizer. You're given everything it needs to grow and flourish and be bountiful. Whatever it is that you're working on, again, whether it be your job, side hustle, entrepreneurship, you're doing everything you can to make it flourish, make it shine. So you can reap a bountiful harvest, like you know if you reap the rewards of what it is you're doing. For some of you, it might even come to you effortlessly. It's just in your nature to grow and care for things, but at the same time, I'm also getting the negative aspect, but it's more in relation to a person or people around you. You mean well, but it's kind of like you're the version of the mother that's a little cold, distant, and has conditional love instead of unconditional, where it doesn't matter what you say or what you do, I'll always love you. There are some limits and boundaries. Try not to cross them. If you do cross them, I'll correct you, but I always love you. The way you're coming up with the mother energy in the negative aspect is that you have conditional love. If someone goes against you, if someone isn't there for you, if someone doesn't fulfill all the obligations you set for them, if someone disobeys or even disrespects you, it's like you withdraw your energy, you withdraw your love, you withdraw your care until they act accordingly, like how you want them to behave. You won't give them the time of day unless they say what you want them to say and do what you want them to do and be what you want them to be. So when it comes to what you're focusing on, you're definitely the mother energy and making sure that shit grows. But when it comes to either a person or people around you, I don't want to say everything, but Spirit's saying everything. It has to be on your terms. What I say goes. Now, for some of you, it may be a specific matter in particular that you don't want to be questioned or challenged on, instead of being everything. But for others of you, it's like literally everything. You have a certain way of doing things you want, and you're very particular about how you like things to be. If it's not followed, if they don't follow your guidelines, yeah, they're getting the axe, they're getting the boot. They're no longer in your inner circle. Crap, fuck your inner circle. They're not in your friend group or considered family altogether. Dang. Now, in regards to there are 3 paths or courses of action you can take based on the energy that came out for you so far. The first one being the 7 of air. Hearing 2 plus 2 is not 2 plus 2 is not adding 4. Sorry about that. So someone's being deceptive. That's where I left off at. Someone's being sneaky, sly, and deceptive because whoever it is, they know the truth, but they're twisting it to their own benefit. They're creating lies out of truth. Now, if this is you, Cancer, if you know the whole story and you're picking and choosing the details you want to say, picking and choosing the details you want to say to create a narrative that you want the other person to hear, if this is you, I'm just letting you know now, they see right through that shit, because 2 plus 2 is not making 4 in this situation. If you're saying all this, it doesn't explain the end result. It doesn't explain why the other person's saying this. It doesn't explain how the whole situation transpired. It doesn't explain why you're the one who lost your job. It doesn't explain why you're the one who's excommunicated. There's something that's being said that's not quite true or not quite accurate. And whoever it is that's creating false narrative, I can't say if they're being challenged outright. Just that the other person knows you're full of shit. They don't know how or to what extent. Just that not everything is adding up. If what you're saying is true, not everything is adding up. There's something that's not being said or twisting the facts to your benefit. Is it possible it could be somebody else and not Cancer? Try giving you the benefit of the doubt just in case. Because sometimes I do pick up 2 energies on the card, but no, Spirit saying that some of you Cancers will resonate with this path or course of action. Okay, sorry about that, Cancer. Yeah, I finished with that one. The second path or course of action, you have the King of Fire. You're listening to yourself, but you're learning to listen to the voice of the other. A true leader knows how to listen to his community and understand when he's being directed on a different path of course that can lead to a better outcome than his initial that's more beneficial than his initial plan or goal. I'm hearing this is a matter of pride. So for some of you Cancers, you may have a lot of pride, but you're not letting that hinder you. It's not about what's good for me, it's about what's good for the all. So even though you're passionate and motivated, you're doing what you think is right, not just for yourself, but for others. You're fully committed to being highly respected and being the best version of you. It's like you don't have a problem taking a back seat and let somebody else lead the way. Especially when you know they can do a better job. So yeah, with this path of course of action, you're truly stepping into your role of being a leader. And some of the best leaders, they know how to listen to the voices around them. Now, in this aspect, it could relate to your natural environment. Yeah, the energy of your natural environment where someone's trying to get you to see in the areas of gray. It's possible you're still not with it, but you're at least willing to hear them out. You're still going to do you at the end of the day and decide the best course of action to take. For some of you, this last part is not for all of you, it's for some of you. Where you're going to learn to take a back seat when you're... Yeah, you're going to learn to take a back seat basically when you realize that you don't have an unbiased opinion. Yeah, this can relate to a specific matter instead of being general, because some of you are highly biased in a specific situation when it comes to a certain person, when it comes to the role responsibilities of your job or career. It comes across where there's one main aspect where you are highly biased and you're just now noticing, which is probably why you don't have an issue with somebody else taking the wheel, even if it's for a short while. Either way, it's still a good hallmark of a leader to know when your judgment is compromised and trust in somebody else's. Anyway, the last path or course of action, you have the Seven of Fire, and the only thing I'm hearing right now is trust your intuition. Trust your intuition, not your ego. This is strange for your Seven of Fire because like your thoughts are clouding your judgment. You're aware you're being watched, but it's not from the person you think. Wait a minute, Cancer. Yeah, sorry about that. Let me just see real quick if this is you or somebody else. Is this you or somebody else? Is this you or somebody else? Cause, like, this just... Yeah, this is somebody else. It's you and somebody else. I'm not sure who's reacting to who. That's probably what all I know is that one of y'all feel like y'all are being watched. But it's not by the person they think. Where on the other hand, with the other person, they need to trust their intuition. Because it's guiding them to not react to certain situations that they have no business being in. This is so weird. What the... No matter which side of it and you're on, I'm hearing you both need to be more aware of your surroundings. Because there's something going on behind the scenes. One of you is aware of what's going on behind the scenes. The other one has no clue. They think they know. They think they're aware of what's happening. But they're oblivious to the fact that they're being watched by the wrong person. Yeah, so the person that feels like they're being watched, it's not who they're accusing, it's not who they're thinking of. Whereas the other person that needs to trust the intuition because it's keeping them out of situations that they don't need to be in, they're aware of what's going on. They're aware of what's going on behind the scenes. They may even seen it coming. They're just choosing not to react because it's not in their best interest. Okay. Now, what you can expect over the upcoming weeks, you have the 7 of Earth. There may be some days where you stay off of social media. If not for a day, an entire weekend. Either because, alright, this doesn't necessarily mean that you're turning your phone off and unplugging the laptop more. You may just be putting your stuff on Do Not Disturb. Or you're not answering unless it's an absolute emergency. Either which way, you are reconnecting with yourself and nature. You may be spending some more time outside, going to the park, taking long walks, going to the beach and feeling the ocean air, dipping your feet in the sand and enjoying the water. You're basically reconnecting with nature, not just yourself. You're going above and beyond that with reconnecting with nature. You're putting yourself in situations where you're in the most natural environment possible and just feeling the energies around you. For some of you, that's when you hear your spirit guides and higher power the most or the clearest, because that's actually when you're in tune with everything around you, not like feeling so much disruption from the energy, from your electronics or other people's energies. So yeah, over the upcoming weeks, no matter which path or course of action you take, you're just taking time to connect with yourself and connect with nature, connect with your higher power, whether that be God, Allah, Spirit, the universe, or any other name. Interesting reading so far. Now, let's clarify the spread for Cancer, please. Dang, Cancer? Alright, one moment, because like I said before, I do not like to see the cards before I place them, so just bear with me. Okay. You don't need to know. Side message. Not part of me. Okay. Side note. Wait, main or side? Main where? Wait. Was that correct? Where does this one go? Main or side? Main message. Fire, air, or earth? Fire, air, or... Okay, 7 fire. I had that right. Okay. Not it. This is not something you need to know. Main message goes for 7 of earth. Wait, main or side? main or side, and it goes mother aspect. This. Not it. Okay, so what's this one? Not something you need to know. Not a chance. All right. Yeah, spirit's being clear. Both of these you need to know for the mother. Huh. For the mother, you have the Ten of Wands and the King of... Yeah, the Ten of Wands and the King of Wands. Shit. I dropped something. One moment. Okay, so clarification. You need to put a burden down because it's not yours to carry at the same time. You have a whole community to deal with that needs your attention. You don't have time to go back to whatever the fuck this is. Okay. So yeah, this is referring to the negative aspect of the mother that I told you about earlier in the reading. Whatever it is you're focusing your attention on and directing all your energy to, that's where your focus needs to be. That's where your focus needs to stay. And so if you're reinforced with the King of Wands, it's for the betterment of the community. So you may have a following. So if you have a social media account, you could be an influencer, leader, possibly a public figure, someone that a lot of people respect, admire, look up to, trust, maybe even go to for advice. Like they count on you for a lot of things. And you have no time to be focusing on whatever this is. Whereas obviously if you have conditional love, I'm hearing it's for one main aspect. So that may not be your personality or your the way you treat loved ones entirely. It's just with either one particular person or regarding one particular situation where you don't have time for it, you don't have the energy, you don't have dexterity. It's one way. Yes, one way or no way. However you view the situation or the person in particular, your focus needs to stay off it, let it go. It's over and done with, drop it. It's not your burden to carry. I don't know. So if it relates to the seeing things in gray, that may not be your best interest if it's concerning a specific person or specific matter. It's over and done with. Leave it alone. According to the Ten of Wands, you have better things to do and more important things to focus on. Now with the Seven of Air, clarified by the Death card, no disrespect, Cancer, because with the Death card here, it's time to start a brand new cycle. Something is slowly coming to an end for something to blossom into a new beginning, but how exactly can you move forward if you're bearing the truth in lies? From the very start, it's rooted in a corrupt foundation. So, whether you want to move forward with a side project, your entrepreneurship, expand your marketing of a new product, if there's a story you're trying to sell, it's rotten from the ground up according to spirit. If there's a cycle for you that was meant to close out, don't get me wrong, it's still closing and you're transitioning away to it for something new, but I don't know, the best way I can say it is that there's something in the words of spirit. How do you want me to say it? How do you want me to say it, spirit? That there's a lesson that needs to be learned in the death of this cycle. It's not a quick but a slow transformation into something new, something better, but only if you take the lessons learned, all of the lessons you require to begin this new phase in your life. So yeah, whatever it is you're maybe lying about or twisting the facts on, it may be something that's slowing down your progress, because there is something that you need to learn from this ending or whatever it is you're transitioning away from. But you're not going to fully learn the lesson until you, regardless of whether you're honest with another person, you need to be honest with yourself. Because Spirit is making it clear there's a lesson that needs to be learned from this ending, from this termination. But the cycle won't fully end. This door won't remain shut until you see what you need to see. Not again. Now with the Seven of Fire, it was clarified by the Knight of Swords. Hearing communication is key, but the Knight of Swords in this deck is more of using the element in your personal life, how you apply it, and yeah, Spirit's saying fuck the other person right now. They focusing on you. So whoever feels like they're being spied upon, this is not so much about them, but more about you. I'm hearing you're gifted with a silver tongue and know how to communicate wisely. It's like you've taken a master class in communication. But anyway, you're using it to your benefit. This may be how someone sees you, where you don't know how to speak up or talk for yourself. This could be especially true if you're quiet, Cancer. Anyway. Someone's taking your silence for weakness, but you're choosing the proper moment for when you're going to speak up and speak out and put an end to it. And either correct a situation or put it into a situation altogether. There's something about what's going on behind the scenes. Like I said, you know exactly what's going on behind the scenes. Now, being this general reading, every Cancer is going through something different, but some way, somehow, you're addressing the situation and putting it. If it involves another person, you're telling them to cut it the fuck out. You know exactly the games that are being played. You've seen it coming a mile away. Cause again, with the Seven of Fire, it's said to trust your intuition to avoid situations that you don't need to be in, and you have been. But there's going to be a point in time where you're going to say enough is enough, and actually handle the situation accordingly. Not with anger, but with logic. You're basically going to use your words to force another person to submit. Because at the end of the day, there's no justification for what it is they say. There is no justification for what it is they do, or explain the situation of what, or explain the situation why what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong, and you have no problem telling somebody how wrong they are. The Seven of Earth is clarified by the King of Swords. You are doing right by your community. King of Swords deals with, and you also have King of Wands up here. Awesome. Now, I don't know if you're teaching, but like I said, you could be somebody that is recognized, someone that's looked up to, appreciated, respected, admired, have a large following, somebody that people generally come to for advice or counseling. But with the King of Swords clarifying the Seven of Earth, you're tapping into your nature, and it's like the more you tap into nature and just the energy of the planet, is opening you up to how was I going to say, it's opening you up to universal energy. It's like you're hearing more, seeing more. It's like you know a person's next move before they even consider what the possibilities are. You already seen the possibilities and know which one they're gonna pick, and you know how to respond to the situation before it even plays out. But all of that clarified by the King of Swords is you're using your connection to the universe, you're using your connection to spirit and your higher power for the betterment of your community. You're teaching them, guiding them. You could possibly be teaching them how to do the same thing, or how to tap in and be in tune as much as you are. You could even be teaching a course. Alright, for some of you Cancer, I hear that you're breaking up step by step, feeding bite-sized pieces, so that way the general audience can keep up. So if you have people that are not on your level, that are following you, listening to you, and try to comprehend what you have to say, for lack of better words, you might be dumbing it down just a little bit, just enough for those that need to hear what you have to say, for them to catch up. The rest of them, if they don't get it, even with the bite-sized pieces, this information is not for them. Now, regarding to your side message, I'm just gonna block this real quick, because with integrity here, she shows everything. And when I say everything, she shows everything. Now for your side messages, you have integrity, the counselor, and the hero. You also have the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. I didn't even tap into the energy yet, but I feel like it's going to contradict with something I said earlier. Now with integrity, the counselor, and the hero, you're a person of integrity. You mean what you say and say what you mean. You follow through with your actions. You don't I'm hearing you don't sugarcoat shit. Huh. If you are watching for a Cancer, like cross-watching, no disrespect, is coming out how it's coming out. But Cancer, you're a person of integrity. You say what you mean what you say. Whatever course of action you do, you stand firmly on it. And if someone's too soft or weak-willed to understand what it is you say or what it is you do, then they are not for you. You have no problem hearing person out. I'm hearing two can play that game. Yeah, it's like two people are speaking, but nobody's listening. But at the end of the day, Cancer, you're somebody. I'm hearing what trained qualities. This didn't just happen overnight. You cultivated yourself to be a certain way because you know it's the person that you want it to be. You're respected, you're admired, you're a leader because you worked for it. I'm hearing you worked your ass off to attain it. And no one's going to take that away from you. So it's a little bit vain, but at the end of the same time, with the energy coming out for you, I get where you're coming from. Because you do put your focus and attention on what it is you do. And like I've said, with the mother aspect, the positive side, you nourished it. You made sure whatever it is you're focusing on has everything it needs to grow successfully. You're not letting anybody take that away from you, take from you, because you've earned it. You worked for it. You're admired and respected for a reason because you've done the work to get that level of status. Yeah, you are your own boss, your own hero. But with the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords here, you're juggling a choice, but you're juggling a choice that you're not giving into. Something's causing a lot of mental conflict, anguish. It's not confusion, it's just a lot of mental conflict and confusion. Like there's something that's constantly on your mind. No matter how often you drive it away or push it down, it keeps coming back. It's like an annoying tap on the window. Tap, 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 tap. Go away. Tap, 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 tap. It's like you're trying to make the choice of, nope, you already have it set in stone. You're not going to be distracted by it. You're dictating where your energy goes, where your time and attention and resources go. By the end of the day, it's still weighing on your mind. Should you entertain the noise, like go investigate just to get it to stop. Even though Cancer, it comes across as you know it's a bad idea. The only part of this reading that I could say that might relate to is either if you resonate with this path or course of action, whatever it is you're twisting the facts about, or the negative aspect with this and clarification of this is not your burden to carry. You're fully aware, but at the same time, you're still annoyed, you're still bothered by it for some way, shape, or form. Now, Cancer, if you already have an idea of what it could be, this could be referring to, and it's not either of these, no, Spirit's saying for most of you it is. You know it's the wrong choice to make by picking this back up. And considering if you was wrong, it's better to keep your attention where it's at. doesn't mean it doesn't bother you at the end of the day. Like a annoying bug, annoying nuisance that keeps on coming back. Yeah, Cancer, the only thing I'm going to say is that what comes out in the reading is what comes out in the reading, but at the end of the day, you do have free will, you do have your own personal choice of how you want to move forward. Now, okay, so that being said, Cancer, this is the reading that I have for you. I do hope you enjoyed or at least gained some insight from the reading. If you did, please do like and subscribe, as there will be more videos to come. That being said, I shall catch you in the next one. Bye, Cancer.